So we are going to have a little bit, a little bit about him, and you'll spend some time with us. How was your week, Petra?
Yeah, my week was fantastic. I had an awesome week, The weather I found was really amazing. That nice, warm, humid weather with that light, cool breeze. So it was nice.
Mm,
I actually attended a few events. Yesterday I actually went to a charity event for an
mm,
organization called Fight for Freedom. So I want to shout out all the organizers, Jessica, Sarah, the whole crew, and all the artists. It was a talent submission
mm,
with up and coming talent. So I actually
yes.
featured as a guest judge. So it was really great to be able to just to guide young talent coming up, and just
Mm,
just help them on that journey. So it was really great. And also that charity also fights against human trafficking. So they're doing a
mm,
great thing here in Canada and the Philippines, and now they're going to be opening an office in the United States.
oh,
So that was really great to attend to.
wow, wow. So you had a very incredible, busy week.
Yes.
Yeah, I had the same thing out here, as usual. Radio business is not an easy thing. It's fun because you're doing something to serve humanity, to impart uh, information, entertain people, and entertain people. So, whatever we do to while away the time to make somebody's world, small world, interesting and focused. I mean, it's well worth it. So, we are blessed to have come again together again to bring you the folks out there, one of the best reggae superstars that we know. And he'll be coming up very soon. So, folks, don't go away. We'll be right back. Enjoy. Mhm. This machine was playing some game with me.
Oh, in what way?
Hey Petra, how are you
Hi,
doing?
Janice. How are you?
No picture of me today. I'll be out in a minute.
Oh,
What
wow.
is
You
that?
have to at
Oh,
least be
take it,
here.
take
No,
it.
Yeah, I
no, no,
will.
no,
Cheese, play cheese,
Yeah,
no.
exactly. I'll take a
cheese.
snapshot right there.
No, don't
Yeah.
do that.
Aw, that's sweet. Aw,
Get that off
you,
Petra,
you
seriously.
guys put the love in Love Bay. Aw.
No, don't put it. Take that one off, please.
Oh, no, you guys look so good
Just take it
together.
off.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was
Take
your
it
week,
off,
Janice? It was
seriously.
good?
Yeah, I had a good chat with Sita, right?
Okay, nice.
I didn't realize she's so accomplished.
Mmm.
She's very accomplished. I didn't realize that at all.
Mm-hmm. In what way?
So then I was talking to Ginger manager,
Okay.
and he was asking me to hook him up with this other guy that's doing a festival in the States.
Mmm.
Yeah, I can do that. It's no
Oh,
big deal.
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna connect them two to see if possibly Ginger. You want Ginger to do some festival,
Mmm.
and this guy Dane from Trinidad, he does a lot of festivals. He did like 42 festivals since COVID.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he did festival where people um do drive-through festivals, people selling stuff,
Mmm.
do all mask up. Yeah, he did entertainment, he did a lot.
Okay, that
But
sounds
most
good.
of them he said he did through drive-throughs.
Oh, it is in
Yeah.
Trinidad. In Trinidad, right?
No, he's in Maryland in the States.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so now he have his company is called We International.
Mm.
I know he had to be Trini. So yeah, he have this one this week and next weekend with Cedar. And who's Pumbaa? Where's he from?
I don't know.
Hate.
Oh, Haiti. Okay.
Okay.
Also, so Ginger, we have Ginger scheduled to come on.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to. I'm telling you, tomorrow we're just gonna take the day and just
You have
relax.
to
So
rest.
let me tell you. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to talk to TYB, but no issue. Petra didn't get to tape last week. She had her thing in for
Interview. I
the
totally
interview you
forgot.
did with
Yeah.
Richard Eden. So she just wants a copy of that.
Oh, yeah, that one, right?
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was so
right after that,
amazing.
right
Oh
after
my
that,
God, yeah.
that system crossed. So the short private conversation
That we
was
had.
going on there. Yes. So
But it wasn't anything.
it wasn't anything serious.
Okay,
So
that's good.
what I told what's his name?
Maestro.
Maestro.
He's
But
gonna clean it up.
I will send
I
it to him.
forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot
Okay.
Cut the last. Oh my God! It was something.
Remember when we said Tia's son was calling? Remember that?
Mm.
Okay, he was calling
trying to say, "Hey, you guys are talking about that." Oh yes. Oh,
Wow.
yes.
I was saying the next, because we have people not listening, right?
Yeah, I hope it wasn't nothing crazy on the conversation. I can't remember.
No, there was nothing like that.
Okay, God,
Yeah.
I can't
Nothing.
remember.
I know, because those are the things that are, yeah, we have to be so mindful because the mic is sensitive. Even
I
if,
know.
like, I'm on the mic and TYB tried to say, don't even whisper because it goes out there. Seriously.
Yeah,
Okay, let's do something. What I'm going to do right
I
now
understand.
is to do a very brief history about the Himba people of. I want to bring in certain like historical something, mix it up. Not only about music, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I'll just read something and then we'll come back and he'll be here in
10 minutes.
In 10 minutes.
No, in 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Okay.
So this one will be quick. And we are back. This is Highway 6 to Africa. We are on the Highway 6 to Africa. You know what, folks? This is DJ TYB with my co-host Petraa. We are almost every other Saturday here. Did I say almost every other Saturday? Every Saturday we are here. To put it bluntly. But you see, we are changing the face of the program a little bit. And each week we are going to be able to give you some historical facts about Africa, because a lot of people don't know too much about Africa and the people. So today we are going to start with the Himba people. Himba people. The origins of the Himba people. You see, we've got to know who we are as a people, where we came from. Because a lot of people have, these days they've been going on ancestral.com to trace their roots and stuff like that, which is great. But it's good to know the history of the African family where we come from. So today we are going to focus our attention on the Himba people. You see, the origins of the Himba people is that their roots can be traced back to Central and Western Africa, but they have since settled in Angola and Namibia. The Over Himba refused to adhere to modern culture and continue to wear their traditional clothes, which includes loincloths and animal skin miniskirts. They can also be identified by their skin, which has a dazzling reddish tinge as a result of them rubbing red ochre and fat all over their bodies to shield them from the scorching sun of the Namibian sun. The language is Ojimba, which is a Herero dialect. The population is estimated to be between 20,000 and 50,000 people. They are a pastoral, semi-nomadic people who raise cattle and goats. Women are more likely than men to perform labor-intensive tasks such as carrying water to the village, constructing homes, and milking cows. Political tasks and judicial proceedings are handled by men. Interesting. Their homes are pure, cone-shaped, sapling structures held together by palm leaves and mud and down. Interesting too. The cattle, folks, we are getting deeper into it. The cattle you owned during your lifetime, reflected by the horns on your grave, are a symbol of wealth in the Himba culture, not the beauty or consistency of a tombstone. Folks, today we give you the story and the history and the origins about the Himba people. So you may research into that, because we are going to be going deeper into African culture, African history, as we normally do, because we want to make sure that we know where we come from, where we are going, and heaven knows who'll get there. Petraa, that's the history of our people. Your thoughts on that?
Yes, that's very powerful, you know, and I think it's very good that we can also educate the LUVBAY family listeners of who our ancestors were and where we came from, because in order to know where you're going, you have to know you've come from. So it's very interesting to know, you know, the different things they used to carry on with, and just pretty much just know our history. You know, it's a beautiful thing, you know, especially here on HWY 6 to Africa. You know, it's a journey, you know, we all need to know.
Yes, it is a journey. Right? It is a journey. That's why we are hitting the highway 6 to Africa, to know who we are, who we were, who we are, and where we're going. So you know what? That's like how we've been saying, talking about on this radio station, that we have to tell our story. If we don't tell our story or our stories, and somebody tells it for us, it becomes his story.
Mm-hmm.
And history, we know what history is all about. Convoluted things that should be put right have never been put right. So we have to tell our story, because we have quite a lot of stories to tell the whole world. So, folks, we are on the highway 6 to Africa, and we'll be right back. Enjoy. We'll mix it up like that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can in advance, send it to me also, just so I have like more, you know, like background info, just so I can save it more. So I have to like.
He think that you're such a quick study.
Yeah, I can jump on it, but I like to be more prepared. You know, when I'm prepared, it's like even better. Yeah, for sure. That's really good though. It's a good element to add, because what I wanted to say is that that's how our ancestors used to tell our stories. You know, like pass on traditions. By just, you know, folklore, and, you know, we need to just know more about who we are, you know?
Yeah. Because sometimes, you know, like a lot of people think that we are all about, we are nobodies. But we have shaped the world that we live in. So,
you know, funny, I was just reading something. This white woman stole the black woman stole $40,000, right? And they put her in jail. And the white woman who stole $250,000 get probation. I don't understand this.
The same judge. The black woman stole $40,000, got jail term, and the white woman who stole $240,000 got pardon, right?
No, she got probation.
Probation.
Wow.
It happened in Cleveland. And the one who stole $40,000 got 2 years. But if she have a good one, she can go and appeal it. But sometimes we don't understand it. That's why I have to get out the court system, because I think if I was in the court system now, they'd be firing me. Because I think being home make me even more radical. Because honestly, if I'm in that court, I would stop. But how could you do that as a judge? I'd do it. I would do it.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten judges in trouble there before, so I'm sure they're happy I'm not.
And where is Natasha? Come on, Natasha.
Okay, it's 4:20.
Oh, yeah, 4:20. So before he comes up, maybe we can talk about entertainment scene and stuff like that. You ready for last week or?
Oh, that's something I need to. I didn't get a chance to have a look at some.
It's okay.
But what's going on? Rihanna is now a billionaire. You can talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's a billionaire now.
You see, I was supposed to prepare those things, but we were so busy.
I know, same with me. I was trying to prepare for this and stuff. You know, so. Or maybe you can play Romain's music, and we could probably talk about some of his music and stuff in preparation leading up to the interview.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. And then next week I'd be more prepared. Yeah. But Janice, I was going to say, you know, like if you have a link on those festivals, you can hook up your girl, you know, and you can get like, you know, a booking agent fee. Because I would love to do some festivals, you know.
It's 7-6. That's a long distance from Jamaica.
It's in Jamaica. Oh.
I was probably calling on the phone.
LUVBAY Afrobeat Music Talk Radio. Hello?
It's him.
It's him
Yeah,
calling
it's
me.
him. Why is he calling now? Did Natasha send it?
I don't know.
Oh, did he have the
calling
Zoom?
LUVBAY.
He's calling us.
Oh, maybe he thinks it's the phone interview, maybe.
Oh,
But didn't we send?
we did. Oh my God.
I'm gonna
So-
send a police. Okay.
Let me see the phone number that he called us.
876. It's his number.
Yeah, it's his number. Yeah, but didn't Natasha send?
Let me just.
Yeah, it's mystical.
I'm gonna send a tell her.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm gonna say tell him please log in.
man. Why did you do that?
To me?
No. Why
Ah.
you?
Let me just send her a text and say, what are you doing? Have him log in. We told you what thing 20.
You said it was going to be.
I bet she didn't send him the link.
I don't think so. What are they doing to this young man?
But the thing is, make sure that's off. That's off, right? So he's got a call on his dot. Okay, let me just call her, Natasha. But you see what these
We said we even this morning we spoke about it.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's listening and says, "May God bless your wonderful show."
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's nice.
Once you do that,
Because it's a different kind of content and different kind of concept, you know? So it's something new and
you
fresh.
spell his name Romain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you
Romain.
yeah, if you add E, it becomes letters. And we're right back. We are trying as much as possible to get in touch with Romain. I know you are ready and waiting to hear from him. So, Petraa, before we hook up, I learned over the past week that our sister Rihanna has joined the B Club.
Mm.
Oh my God. She's joined Oprah in the B Club.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even have an H Club. You know what an H Club is?
What is it? What's an H club? TYB.
The 100 Club.
Mm.
well, she's Rihanna. In all seriousness, Rihanna has been a very wonderful musician. She had initially been underestimated, but she her diversifying a lot of things behind the stage has put her where she is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so happy for her, because she did not, and this is to the up and coming musicians out there. It's not all about picking up the mic and then singing, but what comes out of it, behind it, is where the whole thing is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how Richardine spoke about training, right? If you look at basketball players, there are a lot of them who made money and now they are broke.
Mm-hmm.
They are broke right now. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, well, I definitely think it's an amazing thing that once you're an artist and you can definitely share your craft to the world and touch many people, that once you reach to a certain level, a certain platform, that you can then use that to reach out to offer other services and other brands to your clients. That's definitely an amazing thing, So I think Rihanna went above and beyond, not just with the music, but also with providing things, you know, that her fan base would definitely benefit from, you know, to a point where it's actually put her on a higher plateau. So it's definitely an amazing thing, you know. So, and I can see as Rihanna progresses, she wants to do a lot more things to help humanity. So hoping that now she has the platform, the power, and the influence, that with that being in the B Club, she can really make some powerful changes for mankind in a good way.
Oh yes. So we are so enthusiastic, and we congratulate her for being there. But having said that, she shouldn't forget about where she came from. And folks, we will be right back with the man himself, Romain Virgo. Enjoy. Romain's picture is turned the other way.
Oh yeah. I think when he comes, maybe the phone.
That's right. Himself, Romain. Enjoy. No, he got up. I think he'll be back. No, huh? No, he got up. Actually, Ozzy girl, you know Ozzy?
No, Ozzy?
He's got his huge studio.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Virgo, how are you doing?
Hi, Romain.
Romain. You are turned the other way around.
I'm not sure if he can hear us. This one is on the phone.
This one is right.
I can hear the music in the background.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a little bit better, but we see his side. That side. Can you hear us?
Yeah, that's better.
That's better. Can you hear us? We can hear you.
I can hear the music you playing in the background on the radio. I like.
Right now?
Yeah, I was hearing it. Yeah.
But he is totally, muted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think maybe gonna get headphones.
Yeah.
No headphones for me today, because when I did the headphones, I couldn't hear nothing. It was like.
Yeah.
I was like, no, because it was so. I love last week was so nice. All the interviews are so great, you know. So just nice to listen back because you learn so much more, you know. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. I think,
yeah.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him? Yeah.
It's probably
we lost him. He'll come back.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah. We lost him. Yeah. Last week was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Did we give you the information or?
Oh, which information?
No, but Petraa has.
Oh, you have Richard's thing?
Oh, her information, her contact.
Information?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have it yet.
Okay.
Cause I'm thinking we could do something. I was thinking we could do a nice collaboration with like LUVBAY, like the three of it and stuff. Because she says she's looking for content, right? So we could like the interviews that we do. We could also do the interviews and put them in Grunge Cake that will also shed light on the radio show, you know. And that's like a print-based form.
Good idea.
You know, so.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. What do you think, Jan? Do you like the idea?
I didn't hear you.
Oh no, just saying we could probably work with her because she said she wants content, right? So we already interview artists. so we could work together and like provide content.
For Richardine?
For Grunge Cake.
And also, we have to keep Maestro in mind. We promised Maestro was part of love, but we just have to make sure, because I think we can't promise all things to all people. So we have to sit down as a team and work with Maestro and see how that works, right? No, you and Petraa and Maestro would work and see how best to do this.
Okay, so do you want to like start
because remember, as part of LUVBAY, I see you as part of LUVBAY. With Maestro, we have to do what is right for us. Then we would tap in Richardine because Maestro have his own thing going. And you don't want to give something to the inside, but you don't want to give something to Richardine that Maestro can really benefit to you all from. And you see what I'm saying? You gotta talk to Maestro, decide how best to go about it, which is best, and then go from there. I wouldn't say just hand all the artists over to Richardine. At least one thing you need to understand is Maestro would have loyalty to you.
Yeah, for sure. I wasn't saying handing over artists. I was just saying like writing content, you know?
Okay.
Content,
yeah, just writing content, you know?
And would you believe how many people? I got this text from this guy from Nigeria. I think I said something about him. He was listening. And my God. He says, can you be my manager? There are a lot of people who listen and he stood up. He says, can you be my manager, please?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, we'll talk about it. You know. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, you could be a manager. Yeah, as long as you keep making music too, you know.
We are busy. You mean gradually we'll just do. Oh my God, is he coming back or something? Well, just go on and say you're in contact with him. You just lost him and you're working on reconnecting. That's all. And you're listening to LUVBAY Afrobeat Music Talk Radio, broadcasting to you live from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is Highway 6 to Africa. We just connected to Romain, and we just lost their connection. You know, folks, we'll be right back. We are trying everything possible to reconnect. So don't go away. Chillax, relax, and enjoy. We've already spoken with him, and we are trying as much as possible to reconnect. And remember, you are on the Highway 6 to Africa, where everything began and everything is going to end. And this highway is not going to be bumpy. You're not going to have any bumpy ride, a very smooth kind of ride. Petraa, we were talking about Rihanna, and there are other musicians too, or other. I don't even want to use the word musicians. You know, to me it's so old. I want to use the word artist. There's a lot of new artists, and there are a lot of a lot of artists who are making it, and we don't even also have to lose sight of the fact that even though they are making it. Oh, by the way, I would like to say speedy recovery to my buddy Eddie Kenzo, who I had a serious accident in Uganda, I believe.
Yeah.
So Eddie, if you're listening, you love the Afrobeat Music Talk Radio family, says speedy recovery. And Petraa, having said that, how do you see the music industry moving into the future? I mean, in totality, when it comes to our community, because as we have come to know about it, there have been so many great musicians. I quite remember when I had my first chance to have a chat with Maestro Stroman, the director of music in the Strip in Nevada. My question to him was, it's true, the Sunset Strip, you know what, caters to so many big stars and big musicians and all those kind of, let's put it within that context. But the likes of Bob Marley, the likes of Peter Tosh, the likes of fella Nicola Pocuti, the likes of Mamadou Keita, and all the list goes on and on and on and on. And these guys were heavy hitters when it came to the recording industry. They won awards and stuff like that, but they never got a chance to perform there. And they were known worldwide. Bob Marley, even if you go and lift a rock in the Antarctic Ocean, everybody knows Bob Marley. But Bob never got a chance to perform in the Sunset Strip. And if you talk about Alabama, I'm not putting any group down. Alabama, the country groups and all those kind of stuff, they got a chance to perform over there. And they were not known outside of the United States, even if they were known in a limited kind of situation. So, how do you think, or where do you think our music should be redirected? Because the machine that was supposed to push us has failed us. And this has resulted in so many musicians or artists doing their own thing on social media, putting out their music on videos on social media and stuff like that. How do you look at it within this context?
Well, I understand what you're saying, and you make some very, very fair points. But I think the first thing is that we shouldn't really trust in the machine, because if anything that's man-made is going to fail us, we have to trust in the Most High first, So when you trust in the Most High is who's going to guide you. And I feel like when it comes to the music industry, from its progression, I remember, if you know anything about musical history in America, it actually started by some record producers leaving the States, going down to the countryside and recording the sharecroppers, audios, and then using that and pressing them to records. So that being the case, is that the progression of music started with us not really having an understanding of our own power through the music. But I think as time has progressed and we've seen how powerful and how influential the music has become, I feel like we are now at a point where we're starting to have more control and manage our own musical career, So, and I think it's definitely in the hands of us moving forward to make those changes, to have more ownership, to own more platforms, so we can be able to continuously provide a legacy for our artists to continue to make music and inspire the world, So that'd be my
very well
point.
Put.
Yeah.
Black music has been very influential, but you know what? Mainstream media and other forms of media, we don't control the media, but no matter what it takes and how it takes, we know we are getting there and we'll get there. And folks, we'll be right back with the man himself, Mr. Romain Virgo. Enjoy. Hi, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Sorry about that a while ago.
Hi.
That's all right. That's technology.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. I just talked to your manager, man. You thought you needed headphones, but you don't need headphones. You're all good.
Yeah. I thought you guys were telling me to get the headphones, so I can't find it.
Oh, we said we couldn't hear you.
I was saying, man, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
I can't hear you at all.
So I was running about the place looking for my headphones and can't find them.
Oh, that's okay. You can press on the computer.
But you're Mr. Romantic himself,
yeah. And let me introduce Petraa. Petraa here is a 2020 Juno Award nominee in Canada.
Nice.
Hi.
That's so nice.
Nice to meet you.
And I am
Nice to meet you, Petraa.
Nice to meet you, Romain.
And I am also a Juno Award winner. I'm a musician myself, a Juno Award winner.
Nice.
So you are with your musical family right here.
Nice.
And your brother and sister. So
there's quite a bit of new award here for music. So you're in good company, right?
Lovely.
All right.
But you know what? There's a producer here. He loves your music. And he has asked me to ask you a question, but so when we go on, he's listening.
Nice.
Ozzy Gurney. Have you heard of Ozzy Gurney?
Ozzy Gurney?
Yeah, he owns OSS Studio. I think he co-produced Who Let the Dog Out.
Okay.
Yeah, Ozzy. Yeah, he loves your music, and he texts me, and I'll ask you the question. He's listening. So, Oh, it's nice to have you here because
Yeah, man,
lots of people are waiting to listen. I mean, to hear your voice. You have a lot of fans around the globe that you don't know.
Yeah.
Because you are going to be listened to in over 100 countries.
wow.
And I just want to tell you also too that we don't do interviews on LUVBAY. We chat, we talk,
Nice.
right?
Nice.
We talk to
Good
each
vibe.
other.
Yeah.
So this is how you do it. The good vibes, you just talk to Petraa and TYB. I'm just producing, so I'm a Vinci. I'm just stepping back.
Oh, bless up. Bless up.
I'm Vinci, 100% Vinci man. So
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
All
Vinci.
right, nice.
So you got TYB and you get Petraa. I'm
Nice.
standing back
Yeah,
now.
you better stand
No
by.
problem.
We
Big
have
up.
our brother right there.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. We're going live on right now. And folks, we are right back on the Highway 6 to Africa, the program that is turning the ears and the minds and the environments people around the globe. Folks, we have the man himself here, Mr. Romain Virgo, but before we go on to get his voice, Petraa, I'm excited. And you?
Yeah, very excited. I'm definitely a fan of Romain's music, so it's definitely going to be great to have a conversation with him today and just to find out what's going on with him and the music and the family and so much more. So looking forward to it.
What is your best Romain Virgo's music? Just a quiz.
I love Glow. I love Glow because I love Christopher Martin and I love Romain. So the two of them on a track together was like an amazing combination. So yeah, and the words, the message.
Yeah, go ahead. He's listening. Mine is Soul Provider.
Yes, love Soul Provider as well. Oh,
Dish it out here every now and then, 24/7. Folks, we have Romain Virgo right here with us on LUVBAY Afrobeat Music Talk Radio on the program Highway 6 to Africa, where everything begins and began and is going to end. Good afternoon, Romain.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me on the program. Big up to everybody that's tuning, that's watching, that's listening right now. It's such a blessing to be on this show, you know?
Oh my God. Petraa, I'll give you the first, ladies first. Would have your question?
thank you, TYB. Yes, so I just want to reiterate, Romain, it's definitely a pleasure to have you on Highway 6 to Africa. Love your music.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I know one of the first questions, you probably get asked this a lot of the times, but can you just tell the listeners who is Romain, you know? Who are you as an artist?
Well, Romain is just a young boy from the hills of Stepney, St. Anne, Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And where I'm from, Stepney is like 2 miles away from 9 miles.
Okay.
In the hills of St. Anne, where Bob Marley is from. So, you know, I'm from one of them communities that people would consider rural or poor, but, you know, I see myself as somebody who grew up poor but didn't know that I was poor. Somebody who loves music from the get-go and just enjoy creating, enjoy making music, enjoy making positive vibe, and trying to change the world with, you know, my message and my music.
Okay, that's amazing. Yeah,
So
TYB?
it means if you grew around the place where Bob Marley was, you know, born or where Bob Marley grew up, it means the music, you know, was in the blood. You breathe air right out there. Oh, very beautiful, very beautiful. And
Yeah.
how did you get into music?
I mean, I started out in church. You know, one morning I was in church singing after Sunday school, and there was this guy from church who came down, was listening to me singing in the empty church and said, "Hey, you can sing." And it was from that moment, you know, every concert that was at church, I had to perform there. I moved on to high school where one teacher invited me to sing at devotion one morning. And that was, I could call it my big break in high school. Everybody at school knew that I could sing and they wanted me to sing. I entered so many competitions for my high school, including a choir competition that's called All Together Sing. And it was like a national competition where high schools from all over Jamaica would participate in this competition. We entered for the very first time in 2006. And that was where the entire island saw me and, believed in me.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying, you can really sing and you should enter Rising Stars. Now, Rising Stars is similar to American Idol or X Factor here in Jamaica. And I entered that in 2007 at the age of 17. And I won the competition. I'm becoming the youngest person to ever win the competition at that time. And from there on, I would say Rising Star was my big break. From there on, I've been just working with, some very good producers who believe in me. And till now, I'm here doing music. There's so much that I've achieved musically, and just here continuing to do what I love so much.
Yeah, you said something that pricked me was you said you were singing in an empty church.
Yeah. I used to love listening to the echoes. When nobody's inside the church, then you will hear the echoes of your voice, and it will sound even better. In the empty church, and I love listening to my voice. In that kind of setting, and somebody heard me from outside the church and rushed inside to tell me that, hey, you sound good.
Wow.
You can sing.
Maybe God.
Send an angel.
Yeah, maybe God sent him. Maybe God sent him.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, yeah, that's amazing. Like, I love that. It's amazing that you said you were singing and not even knowing that anybody was listening, and then somebody rushed in just to give you that support and encouragement, which kind of leads on to my next question. How important is it for you, the support as an artist that you got coming up as an artist, and as you continue in your career? How important is it, that support, to your motivation and continue to do your craft?
It is very, very important, for any young artist, and even if it is not music, it's just whatever path you choose in life.
Mm-hmm.
It is very important for people around, especially family,
mm-hmm.
to tell you that you can make it,
mm-hmm.
you can do well. It is important that people who are close to you give you their support, because
mm-hmm.
that is like first motivation. That's the first gear. And if people are there to give you that kickstart and help you to believe in yourself even
mm-hmm.
more from the get-go, then you won't matter what anybody else say,
mm-hmm.
because the people who you love the most
mm-hmm.
believe in you.
Exactly.
And that is what I believe every young artist, every aspiring individual, whatever, as I say, it doesn't have to be music, but just whatever it is in life that you want to do, it is very important for them to believe in you and to give you that push, because nothing else will matter once they are happy and once you're making them happy, and it goes a far way. So
mm-hmm.
it's very, very important.
Yeah, most definitely. Well said.
Very well said.
Yeah.
How would you describe your music, your sound? Because you've got some unique kind of voice and unique kind of sound, and so mellow. And how do you describe that?
A lot of people ask me, the genre of music I think that I do, and to be honest, sometimes it feels hard to sell, because we love to record, we love to just make music and create, and sometimes we don't just create a lovers rock song, but sometimes we create like a roots sounding vibe. Sometimes it's like a ballad song, but I would say 90% of my music that I create is having that lovers rock sound. I grew up listening to people like Alton Ellis and Dennis Brown, but then my mommy used to play artists like Percy Sledge and Otis
mm-hmm.
Redding and Marvin Gaye, and these are people I grew up listening to. So it's a mixture of sounds, and then you never know what will come, you know. But for now, if somebody asks me what genre of music you do, I would just say lovers rock, because that is majority of the sound that I do. So the good old Alton Ellis, you know, Barry Salmon, who are people I grew up listening to and loving their music. You know, it's maybe a more modern sound, you know, but it's the same kind of concept that I'm you know, basically springing from.
Well, yes, I mean, you've lived up to that. There's fans around the world. Somebody asked me to ask you this question. He's listening. Ozzy Gurley. He's a producer. Ozzy says, real singer. What he said was, let me get it the right question that he put. He says to ask you. He says, I guess if there's a love for South music or R&B buried, where do you find your DNA in all of this?
Can you repeat the question?
He's trying to say that. He says if there's love for South music, I don't know. I don't know South music, and or R&B buried. It means your DNA is buried in between. Where is it? That's what he wants me to ask you.
Honestly, it's. I feel like it's a good question, but I honestly don't even know how to answer it. You know, I think it's a brilliant question. You know, I love music and I love R&B music too. You know, as I mentioned, some of the names that I would consider old school R&B. You know, earlier on, I love soul music. You know, so. Yeah, it's a tough question to answer. It is a tough question. I believe it's a good question though, but you know, I'm just a lover of music, man. I love soul music. I love music that will impact people by just going and singing from the heart, you know. And I believe that is where I fall, you know, just being what's the word I could use now? Just being real as possible, or if I could say vulnerable in my music, you know, not trying to hold back anything, just being raw and real. And you know, we know the impact that can come from just being the true you know.
Yeah. Your track, one of my best tracks of all time that you've come up with as a musician, Soul Provider.
Well, so yes, Soul Provider is actually a cover song from mine, but yeah, a lot of people seem to love that version for sure. You know, put it in that reggae style, and you know, just giving it my own feel and mood and everything like that. You know, it's beautiful to see we can use music that was already there and put our own feeling, as I said, to it, our own heart to it, and our own understanding of what the song is saying, and making something new, something fresh, something that will make it sound as if, I'm hearing this song for the very first time. You know, so I'm so grateful when I can do something like that, but people, are able to show the love and appreciation for it. So thank you. I'm happy that you like our version of it.
It was well done.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Right.
Most definitely. And speaking about songs, because you've done some amazing songs, and the songs that you do resonate with people in many different ways. You touch upon topics of love, upliftment, motivation. I love that with Glow.
Yeah.
But one song that really touched me, and I know touched a lot of people, was the song Dirty Man. And that song was so amazing, so thought-provoking, just so influential. I just wanted to ask what actually inspired you to write that song, and did you know it was going to touch so many people in that way?
Dirty Man is a song that, you know, I believe as he mentioned a while ago, he was saying that maybe it's God that sent that person to tell me that I could sing. I feel like Dirty Man is from a divine power. Like, it's something that I won't be able to explain, but it was me just being a human. You know, take away artists from or the name Romain Virgo from, this was just me being me and being real and being a human and seeing a situation going on, not just in my country or in my community, but the world at large. And I feel like it was my duty as a human being, but also as a man, because as men, we don't talk about issues like these enough. And I don't believe that we give, the women enough support when it comes on to issues like this. And so therefore, I feel like the whole idea is from a higher power, and it was my calling, it was my duty to stand up in the moment and not to let anything at all hinder me. I remember when we were writing the song, we were kind of concerned if we should say dirty man, and we were wondering if saying that would make other people feel in a way, but something was there telling me that I shouldn't change a word in the song, because this was how it was meant to come across. To
resonate with
dirty
people.
men, dirty men should hear it and feel uncomfortable and now realize that what they're doing is wrong. And therefore, as I said, it's hard to even tell you, like, hey, we sit down and we do this. Everything just flow, like it flow when myself and Nico was in the studio, basically finishing the song. And we didn't change a thing about it. We wrote it the exact way it came. And, I'm just happy, that it came out that way. It came out within a time where we were doing a big show here in Jamaica, which was, Reggae Sunfest, Sunfest, sorry. And this little girl, her name is Tisha. I would say that higher power sent her. To she heard me singing the song one time on the internet without even releasing the song. It was unreleased at the time.
Wow.
She did the song and said that, hey, I want to record, I want to do something with Romain.
Nice.
And it was so powerful to see a young girl, which was basically the age that is being mostly affected nowadays.
Wow.
Singing something so powerful. And we decided, what, maybe this is, as I said, the higher power sending her and showing us that she's the one that should probably do the song in front of this big crowd that we're going to perform.
Yeah.
So my performance that year at Sunfest wasn't really about me. I took myself entirely out of it. I wanted the entire performance to be dedicated to this message. Older men, destroying our future, young girls and young boys and women in general. And therefore we decided that, hey, we were gonna use her to bring across this message to Jamaica and the world. And it was so powerful the night on stage. I cried tears. There were people in the crowd who cried tears. So when it comes on to dirty man, it's a higher power. I can't even explain. So I'm just happy that I was chosen to bring across such a message, and I'm happy that the message came across the way it did, and it's just a blessing. We want to continue to do more like this. It's a never-ending campaign. Because we won't stop until there is change. Even if the change is gonna happen in my community or just my country, it is my duty to stand up for women and children, and to continue to play that role as a human being, as a man who knows what is right from what is wrong.
Most definitely.
Amen.
Well said.
Amen.
Well said.
See, from the time you were in that church singing alone, and then experiencing yourself, and that person who came and discovered you and say, hey man, you can sing. And from the time that Tisha also heard you and then put the message to where it's supposed to be, I think what I said before was God. It was God's calling.
It was a higher power, man, for real.
It was, because from what you said, see, every step that you took, you had a message, and the message was always getting ahead of you, and you didn't even know where Tisha was going to take it to. And so you said, okay, let me leave it up to Tisha to take the message from me. So you started it for somebody else to propagate it and then take it out there. Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
you're right. So right. You're so right about that. True. You know, I remember the night I didn't sing. I don't remember singing one line of the song because it would take away so much from the. I believe at the time it would take away so much from the message. You know, it felt. I feel like it was more powerful coming from a little girl.
Yes.
You know, the very age group, the very kind of people that were affected mostly, you know, by this situation. So I remember I was just standing back and just allowing them to listen, because one of the most powerful things in life that we will never understand is, you know, the word said a child shall lead the way. And that was proved tonight, you know, to see a child actually, you know, commanding and having an entire crowd of maybe over 40,000 people listening. Everybody was just listening, wanting to hear what this child was saying. So it was beyond powerful for me. It was beyond powerful, and you know, that is how music should be at the end of the day too. You know, it should come from a real place, and it should have some form of meaning at the end of the day. We should entertain, but at the end of the day, we should also educate through the music, you know. And I'm glad that, you know, if it's just this one song, and I'm happy that it turned out the way it did.
Amen. Petraa.
Yeah, most definitely. I couldn't really add anything to that. That is just so amazing.
I know.
Because you never know what a song could do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my question, before we let you go, my question is, what is your greatest musical achievement? And having said that too, well, the next question will come before we call it a day. What is your greatest musical achievement?
You know, I'm just grateful to be here and to be a message. Maybe a messenger, if you could call it, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we achieve physically, or if it's gonna be financially, if it's gonna be financial gains or more popularity. I don't think that is important. I believe that what we left, what we contribute, you know, musically, our message, is what will be judged by at the end of the day. So, you know, I always say to myself that once I can left something that people will remember that Romain said this, and Romain allowed me to live this way, or think this way, or approach life this way, I feel like that I have achieved enough, you know. And that is the reason why I, you know, just understanding the power of music, I always try to stay on a positive fact, you know, and we're humans, and it's not gonna always be perfect or how we want it, but I know that if I try to live, you know, and the life that I put out there, if I try to make it as best as I can, you know, then somebody will be motivated, somebody will be uplifted by what I do, and that will be a big, you know, musical achievement for me. Just mere fact that my message reached somebody and changed somebody's life in a positive way, it's a win-win for me. That's feeling like, you know, rich forever, and the message and the music will live on. You know, once music and the message can live on for me, then I feel like I've achieved everything.
Amen. That's
right. Most definitely. Yeah, no, I totally agree, because even the song that got nominated for last year and for the Junos, Never Broken, that was based upon an experience I'd gone through, you know, because some women have suffered domestic violence or what have you, and I also am a survivor of that, but it was important to tell that story. Yeah, thank you. So once that song was, I found it resonate with many, many people, you know, and that's what helped me to push the song more and wanting to continue to push the song more, because it's about the people whose lives you change and uplift. That's the most important thing. So you're doing an amazing thing as an artist with all your music doing the same thing, you know. So
exactly, that's the important thing, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Hearing your story now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just keep strong. You know, continue doing your music. You know, and just push through. You know, I'm so proud.
Thank you.
So proud.
I appreciate that, Romain. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Romain, my last question is, how are the girls?
They're doing good. You know, they're actually sleeping now because I'm here with them. You know, their mommy is on the road. She went to the supermarket, They're doing well.
That is good. That is sitting, eh? This one big.
Yeah.
That is,
Yeah, man. But they're doing well. You know, I'm so proud of them. They're growing strength by strength each day, and you know, I'm just happy to be here with them. You know, to spend this amount of time with them because, you know, maybe if it wasn't for the pandemic, I would be on the road. You know, maybe touring and all over the place. So
yeah,
you know, even though it affects, you know, my livelihood and what we used to earn, you know, I'm happy that I'm around and they're seeing me every single day of their lives. For this early part of their growing, and I just feel blessed and I'm happy, and you know, they're doing well. You know, thanks for asking.
well, thank you very much. You know what?
Yeah.
We are happy that you've spent some time with us, and we'll continue to you know, support you and play your music, and you know.
I appreciate that.
And you to me as an artist too, you know, we all have our favorites, and you are one of my favorites. Because your voice,
thank you.
You know, it's awesome. So before I go, Petraa, I'll give you the honor once again to also say goodbye to.
Yes, it was definitely a pleasure to have this wonderful conversation with you on a Highway 6 to Africa with myself, TYB. We want to shout out Jan 2 Blue. And also want to shout out the show that you have on YouTube as well, the Virgos. I got to check out a couple of episodes, so it's definitely great that your fans can get to tune in and see a nice side of you, the family side of you as well. So keep all the great work.
Thank you.
And keep inspiring too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Romain. Thank you.
Thank you. Folks, we'll be right back. Thank you.
Yeah. God bless you. It's a pleasure.
That track Soul Provider. So when I play that track and I shout you out and big you up and you don't even know it, I always say to ladies, don't we all want to have a soul provider, whether we need it or not? It is just awesome when a man say, I want to be a soul provider.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my line when it comes to your track.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, what more can I say? It's you've got a very good story. Just like I was saying, you see, sometimes certain things happen to us that we don't know how and why it happened. I always say that we don't have to ask the whys, but we have to ask the hows of things.
Yes.
See, you didn't even know that you were going to sing in the church, the empty church, and the church is where we take solace.
Yeah.
And where it started. So the man who came there and said, "Oh man, Romain, you can sing."
Yeah.
Do you know who he is? Do you see him still?
He was living in the community and then he left, and I haven't seen him since. But he's still alive, and he's I think he's somewhere else out there in the world. Just you know, but I remember his name is Richard. You know, and my hope is, and my dream is, whenever I see him again, is just to remind him.
Wow.
And I know that he won't forget, you know,
Most
because
definitely.
you know, our community is small and we're like, everybody's like family, you know. But that's somebody that any day that I get to see him again, I will just remind him at the moment and thank him for that, you know, first motivation. As Petraa said earlier on, how important it is for, you know, that early support, and he was maybe the first one. You know, so outside of immediate family, so it's just amazing, man, and it's a blessing.
But there's some people in life, you know, we have to big up and shout out. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the people that, like, before I came on radio, like I didn't want to come on radio. I didn't want to talk because I'm a shy girl and nobody would understand that. But but now I'm on the radio and people think I'm this, you know, outgoing. No, I'm really shy underneath. But TYB brought out that thing in me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
TYB is a pro.
But listen, we support a charity in Jamaica.
Yes.
Keno, I don't know if you ever heard about that, maybe not, but he's from the Bob Marley area.
Okay.
Keno Life in Jamaica. This is a young man. But he's from around your area there.
Okay,
He's rebuilding homes and he's feeding the elderly. He's doing amazing things in Jamaica. So we at LUVBAY support him. We send barrels and, you know, we're in touch.
That is very good. That is very good.
Yeah, man. But come back anytime you
Come
are.
back.
You gotta come back.
Of course, of course.
Maybe in the near
Anytime.
future. Maybe in the near future. A collaboration with Petraa.
Of course.
That would be my
Of course.
dream. That would be my
Of
dream.
course, that would be beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Petraa, if you can tell me your IG, I'll follow you on it.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, sure. That'd be at Petra's Music.
Liz, let me your phone. Yeah, let me just write down something.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah. That would be awesome. You see, Romain,
Yeah,
we
man.
try to connect people here. We are one people.
Of course, of
And
course.
we just, like, we follow you now. I want Petraa and you to connect. You're like, you never know, man. What can
So that's
happen?
Petr.
Yeah, PETRAA
Okay.
S Music.
S Music.
Yeah, Petra's Music.
Okay, all right. I'll follow you for sure.
For sure, thank you. And check out the song Never
Yeah.
Broken. That was the song
Never
that talked.
Broken.
Yeah, for sure.
I will as soon as I get off here.
Perfect. And you have to
And
also
big up
follow
yourself, my
LUVBAY.
brother.
LUVBAY
Every
as
time.
well.
It's a
Gotta
song
come
St.
back.
Vincent. St.
Ah,
Vincent.
Vinci, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm
man.
Vinci
All right,
too.
nice.
100%.
Oh man, we love St. Vincent. You know, I think
Yep.
it's one of my most visited Caribbean islands to perform.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yep.
Petra have Vinci roots too, man.
Yeah, I'm Vinci
nice.
too. That's where I shot the
Yeah.
video.
Nice.
You can
very
see our
nice.
black
Very
sand,
nice.
everything. I was saying you have to
Of
also
course.
follow LUVBAY as well. LUVBAY Afrobeat Radio. We're on Instagram as
Okay,
well.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, I think we are following you, you know, Romain.
Yeah.
We are following
Okay.
you. LUVBAY Afrobeat Music Talk Radio.
I'll follow you guys back right now.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man, one
it.
love. It's great to see you.
Thank
So
you.
now I can see I talked to Romain.
Of course.
Yeah, had a conversation. We had a conversation with Romain, which is even better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
man.
You gotta come
Nice.
back.
For sure.
Of course.
Anytime when you
All
come
right.
out with that new hit, just hit us up, eh?
Yeah, man. We're dropping the next one end of this month. So
Okay.
I'm sure they would send it over to you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Promote and support. That's LUVBAY. All right. Be blessed. Petra?
Be blessed and take care.
Yeah, you
All
too,
right.
Romain. And
Thank
future
you.
collab one
Yeah,
day.
Bye. Definitely.
Take care. All right, bye. Bye.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's so nice to talk to. Like,
And yeah.
yeah.
When you get rich, don't forget me.
Janice, you guys are right there with me. You guys are gonna have a humongous. Don't forget me. Don't forget
Don't take me
me.
dancing.
Of course. You know, we don't forget each other. We don't forget each other. But it was just really nice to talk to him, you know? So,
And
Yeah.
if you do, like,
Hold on,
doing work
hold on.
with him would be
And folks, that was Romain Virgo, all the way to Jamaica in the West Indies. If you don't know where Jamaica is, well, that's where the big stars are from. And Romain Virgo is one of my favorites. And we heard him. He's a very spiritual young man, very fatherly, and we enjoyed this conversation with him. Petraa, how did you find it?
honestly, it was just an amazing conversation. It was just so amazing to talk to Romain. It's just amazing when you can speak with an artist and you hear their music and how it influences you and it motivates you and it touches you in an amazing way. And then you actually speak to those artists and they're exactly like how they are in their music. You know, it totally resonates with each other. So it was great that we have the platform here on LUVBAY and we can connect with these artists and really just, you know, get to know them in a more intimate way. So it was amazing. He's definitely inspiring, motivating. Again, Dirty Man is my song. You know, that's my song. It's very powerful.
So provider, they are saying so.
Yeah, you guys love Soul Provider. We all have our Romain favorites, right? So, but yeah, he's
I
definitely
find
amazing.
I find him to be a very there's something about him that from his beginnings and what he's even doing right now. You see, most times a lot of people have a different notion about musicians or artists, if I can put it that way, that oh, they are this, they are that. But here he is. I surprised him with the question, how are the girls? He wasn't expecting it. See, and that brought a little bit about who he is.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Who he is, and then that nailed the coffin. That nailed the everything for me. I have a very high regard for him, and
yeah, most
I
definitely.
hope in the near future you guys connect and do some collaboration work. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I would love to. Like, I just want to big up some of the other artists. I've also did collabs with like Ras Morgan and I Grade Collinger. We've had some amazing collabs recently. So doing a collab with Romain would be phenomenal, And I just kind of want to touch on the point that you mentioned about him mentioning the girls. I just wanted to talk about, he actually has a YouTube series called The Virgos, that just recently came out in July that shows his family life with him, Liz, and the girls, which I think is so amazing. It's great that you can actually not just hear the music, but also see the family life. And you can tell it just being a dad and being a husband brings him so much joy. So it's great that we can definitely, see that side of him. So definitely subscribe, the Virgos, and just let's keep supporting Romain because he's doing great.
The Virgos, folks, subscribe, go on to your YouTube channels. Just go search for
The Virgos. Yes.
The Virgos.
Yeah, the Virgos.
The Virgos,
yeah.
And subscribe. Because I found him to be a very young man who knows who and what he's all about. And for that matter. We thank you, Mr. Virgo, for your time. I know you were doing some daddy sitting out there, and you took the time to be with us. Folks, we have some tracks from Romain Virgo. Enjoy, and we'll be right back. We thank you. Shut up.
Petra,
what the
it would be
commercial?
nice that you collab with all these people.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, I need your help, Jan. I need you and TYB's help. We can't do it alone. I keep telling you.
Got it.
So we work together, like a LUVBAY family. We've got to do this, so.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
For this guy too, maybe we may have to date.
Oh gosh.
For the festivals?
No, yeah.
Mhm.
For the
Manager,
festivals.
while I was doing my Caribbean flavor, he was texting because he heard me talking about festivals.
Okay.
So he said, "Oh, could you hook us up?" And like we have a very good rapport. But when I called this guy first, right? There's something I saw and I call out Ginger. Then he answer his phone. I'm like, "Aren't you a bit abrupt?" He goes, "What you say?" I say, "You heard me, you're abrupt." Anyways, I'm calling blah 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 blah. I know me and him, we like text each other, and we're real cool.
That's cool. That's how it is when you meet two alphas. When two alphas meet, they bump, and then they just respect each other.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
I was thinking, who this woman and this and that. You know how they stay already.
Yeah, but they have to respect you. They don't have to love you or like you, but they have to respect you when you're a woman in the industry.
We should see me and him texting today on my segment. I'm on radio. So then I got Mr. Marcos to big him up and thing. Man, he started sending me all kind of fire.
Oh.
And they were all Ginger, they were all listening.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And I know we have him, going to interview him soon too, aren't we?
Yeah, whenever I think I just sent I sent it the thing last week because he's been wanting to come on since July, right?
Okay, yeah.
But remember, we keep having all these folks, and Petra, let me tell you, girl, God is good.
That's what I'm saying. He's so good. He's just providing an amazing platform, you know what I'm saying, just for all of us. And it's just really good because LUVBAY is doing something that other radio stations aren't doing right now, you know what I'm saying? So soon you guys are going to have your big station, your big location, your big studio, you know what I'm saying? Have the budget to fly them in, and it's happening.
I claim it.
It's happening. So just keep going, growing.
Right there with us.
Yeah, for sure. I'm right here, so for sure. Yeah.
let me do another thing about Africa.
Okay, for
And,
sure. Yeah, I like.
But
I went to
what
Ghana
it is
Fest. You
first.
know, I went to Ghana
It's
Fest.
about,
Let me tell you what it is, Petra.
If
Okay.
you can go to
The Mantamba woman.
how Africa.
It's gonna be kind of hard because I have my phone recording and I have my
That's right. That's right.
If you could tell me next week in advance, then I can research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But somebody went. I did the first one, and somebody
How
like
African woman and Nambian
in Namibia
and their
floor.
flow lend natural hair. This is
Ooh,
something
nice.
good for you, Petra.
Yeah, I want to get mine growing to the floor.
That's right. And white people think they always they have no. This is not.
Where's that one?
It's just because we put a lot of chemicals in, and you know what I'm saying? It's just,
Our hair should be sweeping the floor.
you know what there is? There's certain things you can use, you know, like rice water. Rice water grows your hair extremely fast. And there's another one. I can't remember. It's from Africa. It's like a powder. Chebe powder.
Yeah.
It makes your hair grow. You have African women in Africa with afro hair down their back. Afro hair. So
wow.
yeah, so it's just education. It's just things that we lost through the colonialization, but we're now reclaiming.
Petra, we as a people, we lost. I think because we don't give generously and we don't love generously.
But why? We've been hurt.
I don't understand.
We've been so hurt. Everything we've had has been taken from us. Everything we have is still being taken. We have to fight just to breathe. You know?
And I agree. I'm going to send you this thing. I agree. But you know, one of the things is that we as a people we're selfish.
We need to heal. We are, but we need to heal.
But it starts with us, Petra.
Yeah, it's within.
It starts with us.
It's with us connecting with the divine. We need to connect with the creator. When you connect with the Most High, through the Most High, you'll know all things, and the Most High will guide you. That's what our conscience is, you know?
But I think a lot of us people, we don't want to share. We just want to grab everything.
Yeah, we can. We have to. The message is collaboration, not competition. Every Indian can't be the chief. That's why one thing, the great thing that Romain said is that one person, I heard him in the community, and that support from such a young age allowed him to enter into the competition for the choir. He won that. Then the community also said, "You're doing good." The community said, "Go into Rising Stars," and then he went to Rising Stars and won as one of the youngest, 17. And from then, people have been supporting him. So it's very important to support young people in whatever it is they're doing, you know. And I feel like once we do that, we'll move forward, you know.
And I think one of the things we use the platform for, that pic doesn't look anything like him in person.
Oh.
That one with the shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is how I think he should be.
Yeah.
The picture that was given to us.
Yeah. But either way, he's a great person. It's really nice to talk to him and see that side, you know?
Yeah.
Like that nice side.
But it's nice he's gonna now follow you, and you know what I mean?
And LUVBAY, he's gonna follow LUVBAY too.
Well, his manager has been calling. You know, the manager called 7 times.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just now?
And no, when I was out, because what happened, Romain told him he can't do the interview because he needs earphones.
Oh.
And he doesn't have any.
Okay.
So the manager's gonna try and get at his house and get earphones. I said we said we can't hear him. Tell him log back on now.
Oh.
That's why I was with that.
Yeah, I was just saying hear you because you can press it on the computer. That's okay.
He thought we were talking about earphones.
That's okay.
Yeah, because when he left the room, I said, no, you don't want to look at that. The woman is lying in Smith.
No. Well, you guys just have a half an hour to go. So.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Let me do something quick for you.
I was gonna say I went to Ghana Fest too. If you want to talk about that, I actually went last week.
Oh yeah, sure.
So we could talk about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what was that all about?
Oh, we performed it. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was good. We could talk about it because you
Well,
already.
isn't that the thing that you used to perform at? Oh yeah.
But we could
Okay,
talk
moving
about.
from-
But there's still something to talk about, you know, and in the time slot, and it's like, you know, African related. So we could talk about the good
Yeah.
side.
Oh, yeah.
We can
Yeah.
talk about the stuff that's coming up. And
Mhm.
oh wait,
I'm not
Sita was
finished, baby.
here.
I'm almost finished. Go, Kingsley,
We
please.
need to find about Dane stuff that's
Also, no
done on
beaver tail?
Dane stuff.
One.
Talk on Dane stuff.
I love you very much. Yeah, one. We're gonna get beaver tail after. Go,
We
baby,
can talk
please.
about this.
I'm gonna have to do it.
Go make the toast. You can have it. You can have Nutella. Kingsley, please. Mama have to be on the radio, please. I love you very much. Okay, no beaver tail. 1, 2. Close my door, please. Close my door.
Petra, did you know there's a Caribbean Tail Fin Festival that happens here?
Which one?
Caribbean Tail Fin Festival.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're gonna be working with us. Maybe you
Okay.
should get your British accent in there.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be lovely.
We're gonna be doing they're gonna be sending us some stuff to do infomercial.
Okay.
So maybe we can get your voice to do one
Okay, that'd be cool. Yeah,
to
sure.
promote them.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay,
now,
that's cool.
let's talk about the Ghana Fest.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Let's go for it.
I'm trying. I think Earl's Bale Park or something. I'm
Yes,
trying to remember it was.
that's
Okay,
right.
I
Earl-
can Google it quickly.
Yeah. Earl. Yeah, it's on the correct spelling.
That's a nice place. Yeah.
It was really nice. I had a little stadium. I didn't even know that existed in Toronto.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Okay.
It's very beautiful there.
Yeah, it's a nice place to do an event.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. And folks, you have been treated to the music of Romain Virgo. We just had a very wonderful conversation with him. And this is how we Sis to Africa, the program that comes your way every Saturday from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. My name is DJ TYB. The place to be time now, right now, is 29 minutes past 5 p.m. Temperatures plus 25 degrees Celsius. And I have with me my co-host,
Petraa. Hey, what's up, LUVBAY family?
that's Friday, that's Petraa, the 2020 Juno nominee. Yes. You know, folks, we've been talking about a lot of festivals, you know, on the Caribbean flavor. DJ John 2 Blue was all over the map in the Caribbean, giving you the international Caribbean festivals and then, you know, honing in on a lot of them. So, well, we are coming back home into Canada. Well, this year we had the Afro Fest. Last week we had the Jet Fest. And there's a lot of fest coming up that we'll be getting into one of them. But before then, let's talk about what happened last year with the Ghana Fest. I know, Petraa, you attended the Ghana Fest. How was it?
Yes, I did. So after the show last week, we had an amazing interview with Richie Dean Barty. That was fantastic. She's definitely an advocate for Afrobeat music. So after that, I realized Ghana Fest was happening in the city. So I definitely had to head down there and just support on behalf of LUVBAY, on behalf of, like, you know, just to be a support, you know. And also my son, Kingy, he's half Guinean also. So had to be there. Me and Kingsley were there representing. So it was amazing. There was so many performers, dancing. It was just amazing. And one of the amazing things that I loved was that there was so many different people from all different cultures and backgrounds that were there to embrace and celebrate Ghanaian culture and music. So I love that about Toronto, that each culture, you know, we love to just to get together and just to celebrate each culture from, you know, wherever we are. So it's just really great to see. So Ghana Fest was great, you know, big up to all the organizers. You know, we pray that it continues to grow more and more, and, you know, we just continue to support each other, which again is something Romain mentioned, you know, that support is very important. We have to support one another in whatever it is that we're doing positively.
Yes, I had the pleasure of performing there one time, and just as we're just about to mount the stage, guess what? It rained like I've never seen before.
Blessings.
It rained.
Blessings. Shower blessings.
But it was awesome. The venue is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
if you live in Toronto and you don't know that such a venue exists, and you go there, you'll be very, very amazed. Very beautiful. It's an outdoor kind of place where you can have vendors and food vendors and so many different types of vendors out there. And there was I think modeling or something like that.
Yeah, they had a fashion show too, actually. Yes, they did. Fashion show. Yeah. Dancers. It was really great, So if you do want to see some pictures, you can follow me on Instagram at Petra's Music. So at Petraa, PETRAAS Music, and you can see the pictures from Ghana Fest, So definitely check that out, We just continue to support all the different events taking place in the city, Even yesterday, I actually went to an event as well. There's also another station in Toronto called Roots Reggae Radio I went to. So they had like a little artist get together, a little rubber-dub style. So they actually had like a sound there, DJ Sunshine, her and her crew were there. And so yeah, it was really great just to have the artist perform, Z Mystic perform, iStick performed, I performed as well. So it's just really good, just to, on the spur of the moment, get together and just allow the music to flow, so...
Yes, I think this is a time for a lot of people to be, to be joyful with respect to the fact that last year by now everybody was indoors.
Speak, TYB. Speak.
Yeah, birds were not even flying; they were out dead. So, having come out of this, I think it's within our powers to sort of come out and enjoy and then make sure that we don't go through certain things that has bedeviled us, and look forward to greater things that we can all look up to. And I'm so happy that we've been able to reach a lot of people with this program.
Yes.
And it's going to improve as we go along. So, folks, we'll be right back. Continue to listen to the man of the hour, Romain Virgo. We'll be right back. As we go along.
So Petra, what TYB is going to be talking about is how a single Black woman in New York, the first Black woman to own a bottled water company.
Oh, nice.
And so what happened, hey, Miss Paula McCarthy, they call her a serial entrepreneur.
Okay.
So what happened, she's a single mother of 3, and she was inspired by her twin children to start a bottled water company.
Oh, wow.
What I've been doing, I'll be sending you some of these things ahead of time.
Yeah.
But this is a really good system. Just tell her quick. So what happened, Petra? she didn't have money. She went to the bank to find money to start this company. Nobody helped her. I think some people gave her a piece of land, and now she's the biggest thing in the States. And this is not that very long. Let me see how long ago this is. It doesn't say. Oh, last year it happened.
Oh, wow. That's so amazing. God is so good, eh?
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's amazing. And I think God
We're gonna
posted.
find her and bring her in LUVBAY.
Yeah, her story needs
That's
to be
what I
told.
miss at.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go through hardships and you don't know why, you know. There's like when you come out and God blesses you, like, okay, that was why, because we have to be so humbled for the blessings that God has in store, you know?
Yes, we gotta be.
Yeah.
You guys only have 20 more, not even 20 minutes.
Okay. That's why this show flies by. It just flies.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I let Romain go because of the children. That's
But
right.
I think he was honestly one of the nicest guests. Oh, they were nice.
That's what I'm saying. They're all like so nice. Like all of them. I just everyone. You know, right after I interviewed Richard Dean, I had her fans reach out to me. Like so many people, her fans, I like at least 4 or 5 of them. Oh, you interviewed Richard Dean. I just posted the flyer. Oh, she's amazing. I was like, oh my gosh. Everyone I posted, her fans came to look for me, you know? So yeah. So she's doing a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
we have a lot of people after that reach out to back to LUVBAY. So sometimes one of our challenges keeping up with like I said, I can't wait for time. I'm gonna go out and buy a bottle of champagne, and I'm spending my evening with some champagne and some potato skin. And just, you know what I mean?
And put your feet up.
I don't want to do nothing. Nothing.
Okay.
Aw. What about TYB? TYB is gonna be there too. You know, you can feed each other potato skins, you know, and feed each other champagne.
Okay, do your thing.
Okay, all right.
And folks, we are right back on the Highway 6 to Africa. We are still journeying to Africa. But before we left wherever we were, you know, on my program, The African Vice, which airs every Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. until 12 midnight, you know. Sometimes when I say 10 p.m., people are saying, why so late? Yeah. With respect to internet radio, we don't think about our local content. It's global. So, well, what I have been doing, or what I did last week was about, Petraa, it was about how women, African women, black women, what they are doing. Because you know what? There's a lot going on behind the scenes, but mainstream media hitherto don't bring it out. But there are some African women, black women, who are doing so many things and they are making a difference. I spoke about a young lady, Hajira, in Tanzania, who, you know what, when she finished her education, well, secondary school, she was looking around to find something to do, and you know, she went, you know, like an earthworm that doesn't have eyes, and you know, it hits the head left, right, and so on. She stayed in the farm. Agriculture was something that she wanted to take up. And before she did that, you know, back home, back in the day, if you were in a high school and you did something wrong, you were told, you are going to weed. We are going to give you a machete to go and weed this plot because we are going to, you know, you did something bad. And that psyche grew up with us to such an extent that we always thought that being in agriculture was a punishment. So this woman overcame it. At the age of 30, she was able to go left, right, and center, struggle, do everything that she had to do. In short, went into agric, and today, she is the sole exporter of vegetables to Europe.
That's amazing.
Within 2 years, she's been able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But now I also went through another story with my listeners, and at the time I also spoke about this young woman, a single woman who has become the first black woman to own a water bottling company in New York.
That's fantastic. Amazing.
Yes, her name is Paula McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
She's a serial entrepreneur and the first black woman in New York State to own and operate a water bottling company.
That's amazing.
See, the single mother of three was inspired by her twin children to start a water bottling company.
Wow.
And it's named YSS Water Works during the pandemic.
Wow.
And McCarthy is also the CEO of a youth savings society, a financial literacy club. And since starting her bottling company, McCarthy has put on hold her financial literacy education and workshops. McCarthy has been teaching her children financial literacy, and then they turned 20 just recently.
Wow.
Launched their own water distribution company in New York called Water Boys.
That is fantastic.
Water. And this, I would say water, Water Boys. Just when the business started, the pandemic struck, and the young men were forced to start home deliveries. They sold to bodyguards and also landed a contract with 21 local supermarkets following the success of the company.
Wow.
See, it was then that McCarthy reached out to other supermarkets to find out if they would carry a private label water brand to support her nonprofit Youth Saving Society.
Mm-hmm.
When they all agreed to deal, McCarthy started locating a water company. You know, eventually, she and her children met water plant owners in Potenskill, New York. The elderly couple agreed to sell their 15 acres of land, including an aquifer, also known as the spring. She utilized help from family and friends to fund YSS company. Depending on family and friends was the only option left, since banks were not, as usual, Petraa, as usual, banks were not willing to loan her any money.
Wow.
Across America, black businesses, as we know, struggle to obtain bank loans or get venture funding. And the problem is more pronounced among black women than men, according to a Harvard Business School report. And that in 2020, Petraa, this is where the whole thing is. In 2020, McCarthy officially acquired the bottling plant, making YSS the first black woman-owned springs water bottling plant in the state of New York.
Wow.
As with many entrepreneurs, McCarthy had little knowledge in the field she was venturing into. Instead of bringing or hiring people with knowledge in the sector, she committed herself to study and research more in her field. According to McCarthy, who we are making every effort to bring her to LUVBAY Afrobeat Music Talk Radio to tell her own story, not our story, but her story. According to McCarthy, she has been approached with mouth-watering deals by major water companies to sell her property. You see where it goes? However, the black entrepreneur says she is steadfast in holding on because of the significant black ownership of natural resources. And she says, and I quote, I'm not going to sell, and I'm not going to sell. I want to change and move this narrative that we don't own anything as black people. End of story.
Wow.
You see,
very powerful.
She struggled as a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many others that are going through so many different things, impediments put on their way. And to get to Africa, we're on the highway 6 to Africa. So this is empowering other women out there to look at yourselves out there as black women, that nothing is impossible to achieve.
Exactly.
You have to put yourself out there, sacrifice. I know you are sacrificing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I respect black women. So
definitely.
the story is that this is the second story. The first story was about a young lady, 20 years old. She finished school, and then before even she finished her education in Kenya, she was selling underwear to supplement her education. And she found out that, oh, there was money in there. So when the pandemic struck, everybody so disappeared. And she said, no, I'm not going to give up. I'll go into the marketplace and sell it. She did it, and she came up with her own clothing line.
Wow, that's great.
She's opened a lingerie boutique. She's making money. And what she said was that she's entreating all young women out there that instead of wasting a lot of time on social media that doesn't give you that kind of push to look for something that would be beneficial to you.
Exactly.
Rather, you have the whole world in your palms.
You do. Yes.
You can do anything there. So these are some of the inspiration that I've taken from these women, and I hope all the other young women out there will take you and say, you know what, we are the highway 6 to Africa, because Africa has been misrepresented as parasites. I know there will be no world history, no world resources without Africa. So that's where we are going. That's where our focus is. Your take on this, on the topic generally?
Yeah, you touched on some amazing points, TYB. I feel like Black women do honestly go through many struggles, but as you said, like, nothing is impossible, and we're definitely in a day and age now where, like you said, with the internet in the palm of our hands, just having knowledge so accessible, there's nothing that can stop us from attaining our goals. I mean, one of my biggest inspirations has been my mom, because my father, he passed away in a car accident when my mom was 5 months pregnant with me. However, she still managed to get 2 law degrees as a single mother with 2 children. So she was definitely a motivation for me, and that strength. Also, my grandmother, same thing. She left the Caribbean, left St. Vincent, came to England. She was a seamstress for 30 years, but, she ended up gaining properties, many things, and doing that as a single mother, because my grandfather also passed away. So having some strong Black role models, in the community, showing that they can definitely attain things is definitely is an amazing thing, and to know that, no matter what you do in life, you are gonna face obstacles, but there's always a way to succeed. God opens doors, he provides opportunities. And like you said, I feel like social media is very, very distracting. Even me, myself, I'll say I'm just gonna have a little skim on Instagram, and then an hour later, I'm still on Instagram, and there's only 24 hours in a day. So it's like, what could I have done more progressive with that 1 hour, as opposed to just, living a fantasy world on social media. Now, if you do use social media to progress your business forward, that's something different. But just to idly look at other people being successful, how about you be somebody on Instagram that people are looking at, that's doing things and being successful? So, everything is about balance. But yeah, thank you. It's definitely great that you're also shedding the light on these women who are making some amazing movements, because the mainstream media isn't doing that. So it's great that LUVBAY also gives them that platform.
Yes, and you're talking about social media. There's this young man from Senegal.
Okay.
He has used social media. We are not saying it's bad, but it depends on how one uses it, right? And this young man, he's a Senegalese TikToker. He's on TikTok with over 99 million followers.
Wow.
99 million followers, and he went from poverty to earning 6 figures.
Amazing. That's amazing.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
See, the story goes that, like, when COVID-19 struck, this young man, Kabani Lame, then an industrial worker in Chivasso, northern Italy, became one of the many people who got laid off worldwide as a result of the impact of the contagion on businesses and the global economy.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, TikTok was gaining currency, and against the advice of his father, to look for a job elsewhere. Lame spent hours posting videos on the social media platform. That's Kabi Lame. His gamble has paid, and today today as we speak today. He has gone from being unemployed to earning 6 figures from his thriving social media career.
Amazing.
And he has nearly 100 million followers. And at the rate at which his numbers are increasing, it could soon be the most followed account on the Chinese platform,
Wow.
which has a global appeal from millennials and Gen Z.
Amazing.
And he has been planting a lot of good stuff on. He has used it to his advantage.
That's amazing. I love that.
There's another young man also from Ghana. I forgot his name. It's escaped me. He lived in China. He speaks the Chinese language. He used to go from village to village, town to town, and then posting a lot of stuff. His journeys on YouTube.
Nice.
And he also, he went from African country to Africa. Anything that he sees, he'll come. This guy has become so rich. He's having some housing development projects and stuff like that. So what we are saying is, instead of people wasting their time posing nude, doing all sort of things that won't be beneficial to them, gossiping and doing that, they can use, in our community, we have to be able to own stuff like Paula McCarthy. We have to be able to use our ingenuity and our intellect, like Judira in Tanzania, who is exporting vegetables to Europe. We also have to look at Miss Masongo from Kenya, Kenya or Zambia, who's also export. I mean, she has built up an empire for herself within 1 year. So whilst we are on the highway 6 to Africa, that's what we can tell our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean, the diaspora, and from Africa. Use your time wisely. And the floor is yours, Petraa.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And I think the story that you mentioned, especially about the young man Gavin on TikTok, who is almost at 100 million followers, it just goes to show you that nothing can stop you. Like a young man, can you just remind, you said in the Congo, was it the Congo you mentioned?
He's from Senegal, and he lives with the father in northern Italy.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so from Senegal. This young man went from being unemployed and then just to doing something he loved to now using that as a platform just to inspire people and to also to provide an income for his family. And it's kind of funny, because his father said, oh, you're wasting your time, that kind of stuff, and I feel that's like something we go through generation to generation. It's like I know the older generation has a lot of wisdom, but at the same time the younger generation also has a lot to offer, because with the changing in times and technology, we need to work together, so I think it was definitely a great thing. He trusted himself, and he also showed his father, he knows what he's doing. God is his guide. So it's amazing. It's really amazing that,
Oh, it is. Folks, this is what Highway 6 to Africa is all about. We come here to inspire, to bring the best that we can for you to be able to, sort of align with. We are not saying that everybody on social media is that. No, we are saying, all that we are saying is we have to use it to our benefit. And once we are able to get somewhere, then we have to look back to the community, because we have to help the community.
Yes, exactly.
We've got to tell our stories out there.
And support one another.
If we don't tell our stories, and the story is being told for us, it becomes history. Exactly. And we know what history has done to us and for us. So, LUVBAY Afrobeat Music Talk Radio's Highway 6 to Africa. We are now getting to the end of the journey. And trust me, before we go, Petraa, what other advice do you have for the listeners out there?
Yes, well, I just think the overall theme that has pretty much resonated through the show, and I think Romain actually touched on it, and also you also touched on some of those points as well, as about supporting one another within the community, because he mentioned someone hearing him sing at church in the community, that motivation, that inspiration led him to winning rising stars, and pretty much his career. You know, you spoke about the different entrepreneurs, you know, the young man on TikTok, the lady with the bottling company. She also inspired her sons to have their own water distributional company. So us supporting one another and collaborating instead of competing is what is propelling us and allowing us to continue to make changes. So if we are seeing now that these little changes and supporting one another is helping us grow as a community, is something that we all need to continue to adopt and push forward and to continue to do. So
Yes.
Yeah.
To push each other forward and continue to help the community around the
Exactly.
globe. And you know, folks, until next week Saturday, where we'll bring you another artist who will come and inspire us like Romain Virgo. Stay fit. But before we go, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on the Blue Sky Show, we are going to have Miss Jessica Compton. She's a mental health awareness and addiction recovery advocate. It's going to be very interesting indeed, folks. We all know the times that we are in. A lot of people are going through their mental disabilities, mental agonies. And this woman, from her beginnings, having gone through what I cannot say on air right now. I don't want to give up the story. What she's gone through, folks, it will be very interesting for you to come and listen to Jessica Compton, a mental health awareness and addiction recovery advocate in Canada here on the Blue Sky Show with DJ Jantu Blue at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on behalf of myself, DJ TYB, and
You girl Petraa.
we say, take care of yourselves and be good to each other. One love, Ubuntu. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
And my journey is just beginning.